Hey y'all, I recently purchased the cheapest 60 volt DeWalt compatible battery on Amazon. It was under $50 with tax and free shipping. Now, on my last video or so, talked about two of my 60 volt max batteries going bad, but hey, look at the bright side. They don't go completely bad. They just go to 20 volt only. So something isn't quite working well inside these batteries. Now this is my one remaining 60 volt max battery that still works. And it's got a date code of like 2023 on it. So thankfully, yes, I'm happy it still works. Now, I've had and do have lots of 20 volt max batteries, like the 5 amp hour XLs and whatnot. They have been wonderful. Very thankful for that. So we're gonna take a look at a couple things here. Before I do that, as you can see, this is a 60 volt unit, and there's a lot more going on here with these spades, and so the testing, it's not as simple as positive and negative, which you can do right here. To test these things, so you can see it's very easy. Probably got it backwards. Negative is on the right when it's sitting in this fashion. 20 volt battery, 20.4. That's great. And it does indicate that it is fully charged. And it is. Now this one, this is also fully charged. But when you go to test it, this is just one bank of 20 volt. Now I did use this battery a little bit, and so it is a little bit less than 20. So you can probe the other, so you can see this is the negative side. When you probe the other terminals, they do have tops and bottoms to them. But it gets a little trickier. So I'm getting 19.3 out of this one, 19.6 out of this one. So this is definitely two different. And this is the one I think it only hits on the bottom. Because yeah, I get 3.9. $11.7. So 20, something, 3.9. I think this is supposed to be about 12. And then on one of these, it's like the bottom side is 15. Anyways, I don't understand how they combine. It's not that I don't understand it, I just don't know exactly which ones to test that are putting the voltage in, that are giving me my much needed 60 volt. Anyways, so enough of that. Let's look at this cheap knockoff battery that I bought. Let's see what we got here. So here's the label. It's a DTK brand. Lithium ion, 20 volt, 60 volt battery replaces. Okay. Here's my little user guide. as if anybody could read that. Only use the charger specified by the manufacturer to charge. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm not going to read that. Here's a little bit better. Okay, let's see here. Weight-wise, we got this battery, and we got the DeWalt battery. Oh, okay, well, the DeWalt battery is definitely a little bit heavier. Okay, so straight out of the box, I can see that separation between the uppers and lowers. But let's go ahead and give it a quick test. Now there's no markings up here. There's no date code. (19.1). Now granted, this battery, whenever you buy a battery, you must charge it. So it hasn't been charged yet. Well, and it even indicates that it's not fully charged. Getting 2 out of the 3 bars. All right, now let's go ahead and test. So this one should also be, 19 something. $18.9. So this should be the low one, like 3 something, okay. And this one should be close to 12. Yes. All right, now the other one, this one was like 15 on the bottom. Okay. All right. So initial indications are that this battery is close to the spec that I'm looking for. So now I'm going to go ahead, let's give it the charge test and see what happens. Okay, we're hoping for the best. It fits. The charger seems to have accepted it, and we are charging. All right. The next is going to come the test. Didn't take that long on the charger, suspiciously short amount of time. But now is the true test. Okay, so far it works. Now, how long of a lifespan does this battery have? Now, I'm not going to run around and make a video of me blowing leaves. But I'm going to put it on a timer and I'm going to see what I can get. Well, the verdict is in. I just went and blew nonstop and it was solid. So the DeWalt batteries, they have a little rundown period before they cut out. This one kind of just went from solid. I didn't really feel the rundown. And then it just quit, which is what they do when it's time to recharge. So I'm seeing one bar. It's got the same warmth that a regular 60 volt will have. Now, see how it's shorter? It is lighter, and I could feel the difference in my blower. So now I'm going to run around and I'm going to finish blowing with this one. I just finished a blow with the DeWalt battery right after this battery. Now, I couldn't really notice a difference. This battery is a year or two old now. Still performs fine. This battery, brand new, it seemed to do great. Other than the noticeable differences that it's lighter, which actually it's easier to swing my leaf blower around. Maybe slightly shorter. The way it cuts out might protect the battery from, if you run it down to the end until it stops, and then you try to go again and again. I think that can, from what I read, that can harm your batteries. So I'm not going to do that anymore. So when it stops, we'll call it the end. So I'm letting it cool. It's quite a bit warmer than this battery. Although this battery, it was probably only 90% charged. So now I won't know the full verdict for months or even years. Hopefully this battery will last that long. And if it doesn't, well, I'll be chiming in and we'll talk about that later. So y'all, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.